Mahaprabhu is glorifying Nityananda Prabhu and says whoever takes shelter of Nityananda Prabhu, they can advance in devotional service. Now, why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is emphasizing in taking shelter of Nityananda Prabhu? Because he has more compassion even than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the compassion of Nityananda Prabhu has been given in this Leela of deliverance of Jagai and Madhai. Ajanulambita-bhujau kanakavadato sankirtane kapitarau kamalayatakshav vishwambharau dvijavarau yugadharmapalau vande jagatpriyakarau karunavataro. Ajanulambita-bhujau kanakavadato. So the arms of Ajanulambita, Lambita means long hands. The long arms extend to their knees. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's and Nityananda Prabhu's long arms extend up to knees. And they have Kanakavadato, golden complexion. Sankirtanaika Pitaro, Kanakavata, Kamalavataksham, Kamalayataksha. Their eyes resembles the petals of a lotus flower. And they have appeared to inaugurate the congregational chanting of the holy name. Vishwam Bharau, Dvijavarau. They are the best of the Brahmanas, Dvijavarau. Vishwam Bharau. The Bhara of the universe has been taken by them. They are the best of the Brahmanas. Yugadharma Palo. And in this way, they are the protectors of the religious principles. Vande Jagatpriyau Karuna Avataro. In this way, they are very, very merciful, Karuna Avataro. They are very merciful incarnations. Of all the incarnation, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, they are the most merciful incarnation. Vande Jagat Priyakaro. In this way, Vande Jagat Priyakaro. They are the benefactors of the universe. Let me pay obeisances to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, says Vrindavan Das Thakur. In this way, the chapter begins. Jai Jai Mahaprabhu Shri Gaura Sundara Jai Nityananda Sarva Sevya Kalevara. All glories to Mahaprabhu. All glories to Shri Gaura Sundara Mahaprabhu. All glories to Nityananda, whose body is the object of everyone's worship. The phrase Sarva Sevya Kalevara is described as follows. Shriman Nityananda Prabhu is Swayam Prakasha, or the personal manifestation of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, he is Swayam Prakasha. When you say Swayam Prakash, means he is not just an Amsha, he is a personal manifestation of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, he is the worshipable Lord of everyone, both individually and collectively. From him, Garbhodakshai Mahavishnu, who is the cause of all causes, Garbhodakshai, who is a super soul of the collective living entities, and Aniruddha, the localized Vishnu, are manifest. The supreme worshipable Lord of all, Krishna, accepts the service of Nityananda, who is the embodiment of all service. Nityananda is served by all objects emanating from all of Krishna's energies. So he is Swayam Prakasha Rupa. He is a personal manifestation of Lord. And from him, Purusha avatars emanate. Hena mate navadvipe Prabhu Vishwambhara Krida pare nahe sarva nayana gochara. So in this way, Lord Vishwambhara performed pastimes in Navadvip. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also called as Vishwambhara. His name is Vishwambar, Gaurasundar. So he performed pastimes in Navadvip that were not seen by everyone. Maya javanikachannam agyadokshajam avyayam na lakshase mudha dusha nato natyo dharvatha. Very difficult to understand Krishna's pastime. It's not exhibit to everyone. The pastimes of Sri Gaurasundar are perceived only through eyes of love. And therefore, wherever there is an absence of love, the Lord's pastimes remain unseen. So Brahma Samhita speaks about it. Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Santah Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Shama Sundaramachintya Gunaswarupam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So I worship the primeval Lord Govinda, who is always seen by the devotee, whose eyes are anointed with the pulp of love. He is seen in his eternal form of Sham Sundar, situated within the heart of a devotee. So Lord's pastimes can be understood only by the prema. If the eyes are anointed with Krishna prema, then only a person can see Krishna or can understand Krishna's pastimes. Or very difficult to understand Krishna's pastime because Krishna does not reveal his pastimes to everyone. Loke deke, loke dekhe, पूर्वे ये ननिमानि पंडिता अतिरिक्तः आरकिचु ना देखे चरिता लोके देखे पूर्व ये न निमानि पंडिता. Ordinary people saw him like before, simply as Nimai Pandit. So ordinary people also saw him, but they understood him as a scholarly Pandita. They could not see anything of his characteristics beyond this. Yakanaha pravishtahaya sevakera mele thakana bhashena sei mata kutukale. When the Lord entered into the association of his servants, he floated in happiness. So Lord is very happy among the devotees. Lord loves association of his servants, and servants also love his association. There should be no occupation other than chanting the holy name and serving Krishna. Any other thing will only entangle us in Maya. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mad, Matsaryataha. All these things will only entangle us in Maya. Whenever devotees meet each other, then they should discuss about Krishna. That should be their only work. Then only Tushyanticha, Ramanticha can be experienced. There should not be any other dealings except for distribution of Krishna Prema. Any other dealings, if a person is associated, is entangled, then he will suffer. Here very clearly it has been given, Lord enters the association of devotees. Why? Because devotees' work is to chant the holy name and sing his glories. And that is how he floats in happiness. Yara yena bhagya tena tahare dekhaya bahira hailat sava apana lukaya. He would reveal himself to each devotee in proportion to the devotee's good fortune. When he left their association, he would conceal himself. Only to devotees he would reveal everything. But when leaves their association, or even he goes outside among the karmis, then he conceals himself. Since the absolute truth is omnipotent, the living entities who are fragmental spiritual parts and parcels see the Lord according to their respective devotional qualification. There is no possibility of seeing the personification of all love through vision that is based on external knowledge. Rather, he remains hidden. That is why he is known as Adhokshaja, or he is beyond the perception of material senses. Adhokshaja. Not easy to see him through our material eyes. It requires special vision, and that Krishna only provides to a sincere devotee. When he sees the sincerity, Krishna gives Divya Chakshuhu, by which a person can experience the love of Krishna. Ekadina achambite haila hena mati agya kaila nityananda hari dasa prati. One day, achambite means suddenly, he gave order. Agya kaila nityananda hari dasa prati. He ordered Nityananda and Haridas as follows. Those who are able to become akinchana are not greedy for any material object. Just see the purport. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur writes a very wonderful purport. Why here greed has been spoken? Vrindavan Das Thakur has always helped us in understanding various situations. Now here, just see, those who are able to become akinchana are not greedy for any material object. The moment we are greedy for any material object, one is entangled in this material life. Without becoming akinchana, the necessity of absolute truth is not realized. Such persons are attracted by the opulence of perishable objects. So, whatever objects are there in this material life, if they are not utilized in Krishna's service, they are only used for our own sense gratification, then one is entangled in that perishable objects. Shri Nityananda Prabhu appeared in a Brahmana family that engaged in study of scriptures. In the worldly identification, Thakur Haridas, there were no such Brahminical birth nor such Brahminical activities, because he is born in a Mlecha family, Devana family. During Chaitanya Deva's manifested pastimes, sinful persons like Shakas, the Greeks, and the Yavanas lived in various parts of India. Since Navadipa was the residence of many classes of foreigners coming from beyond the Sindhu river, there was a great deal of discrimination among the residents of Navadip. That is why the exemplary preacher, Lord Gaur-Sundar, engaged two great personalities who were fully absorbed in devotional service to preach amongst the communities of persons belonging to both faiths. Realizing that people of Aryan culture and the Yavana culture would not listen to each other, the qualification for chanting the name of Hari was given to both to make it known that both have the equal right to engage in devotional service. Again, this is the most powerful purport, because the Yavana community, Muslim communities, also were residing in Navadvipa. They came from various parts, from Shakas, from Greeks, and all these things from various parts. Yavanas came and stayed in Navadvip. Now, Lord's name is the birthright of every soul. Every soul can be induced to chant the holy name. That is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu engaged both Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur. Because Haridas Thakur can set an example for the Yavanas. He can preach the Yavanas because he himself is born in Yavana family. Haridas Thakur is not an ordinary person. He is Brahmaji himself, who has incarnated in Chaitanya Leela to atone the mistakes what he had done in Krishna Leela. The stealing of the cows and the stealing of the calves and the cowherd boys. That is why, to do atonement of Prayashchitta, he begs Lord to engage him in his pastime. That is how Lord allows Brahma to appear as Haridas Thakur. But for atonement, he is born in a very low class community, that is the Yavana community. But even though born in a Blecha community, though objected by so many in his own community, here Haridas Thakur chants 192 rounds. Just imagine, 192 rounds. 64 rounds Manasaha, 64 rounds Uttanda Kirta, 64 rounds in a little slow voice. Shuna Shuna Nityananda Shuna Haridasa Sarvatra Amara Agya Karaha Prakasham. Oh Haridas, oh Nityananda, here, listen to me, go out and preach my order everywhere. Even Srila Prabhupada used to say to brahmacharis, after prasadam, just go out. Go out and preach. Don't stay in temple. Because temple is not meant just to relax. Temple is meant to do services. When the services are over, then one should go out and preach. Then he is an ideal brahmachari. Even for a grahastha also, wherever opportunity is there to go and preach, just go out and preach. or just comforts of the house will only spoil our devotional service. These comforts, when we are used to the comforts and whatever I want to do in my house, these comfort zones will actually degrade a person in devotional service. That is why wherever possible, go out and preach. Now, going out and preaching also means start online classes. That is also going out and preaching only. You can be engaged in online classes. You can help somebody in in devotional service. Shuna Shuna Nityananda. So in this way, the Lord's order is meant for everyone, those who are outside Varnashrama, those who follow Varnashrama, those who are beyond Varnashrama, all entities, all plants, all inanimate, animate, individually and collectively according to their ability, all should accept Mahaprabhu's order. Sapeksha, Nirapeksha, Kaivalya, all devotees should, Sapeksha means according to whatever Varnashrama a person is following, Nirapeksha, not having any, not following Varnashrama. But then there are people who are completely beyond this Varnashrama system. For everybody, this instruction is there, just go out and preach. Prati ghare ghare giya, kara yehi bhiksha, bhala Krishna, bhaja Krishna, kara Krishna shishya. Go to every house, beg to every house. That means go and visit your known people. Go and collect funds. Go and tell them to engage in devotional service. Very important. Fundraising is nothing but expressing one's humility, humbleness. Even if you are not able to collect funds, at least go and make them chant. You go to your sister's house, you go to your brother's house, you go to your relative's house. What is the instruction of Mahaprabhu? Bolo Krishna, bhajo Krishna, karo Krishna shiksha. Chant the name of Krishna, worship Krishna, and follow Krishna's instruction and beg to everyone. Magi yehi bhiksha. I am asking this. Magi yehi means go and beg. A bhikshuk is dependent on the donor. Therefore, knowing that a bhikshuk is situated on a lower platform, the higher placed donor becomes compassionate to him. To beg for someone's favor is called a bhiksha. The higher placed donor comes down from his platform and uplifts the needy bhikshuk, realizing that when Nityananda Prabhu, the Lord of the 14 worlds, and Namacharya Thakur Haridas, the grandfather of everyone, and the best of the pure devotees, would go begging alms in the dress of bhikshuk, worldly, wealthy people would have no alms suitable to offer them. Gaur Sundar employed the act of begging alms to bring those people to the transcendental kingdom. Because the people, they know that what alms they can give, they are the masters of the whole world. So then the highest bhiksha is engage people in the transcendental kingdom. The phrase Bala Krishna is explained, Bola Krishna is explained as follows. The words that are not related to Krishna are more or less products of Abhidavad Rudhi, or the conventional meanings of words according to persons who are not enlightened. When a word's Vidvad Rudhi or conventional meanings according to enlightened persons is realized, it indicates Krishna. And such meanings are non-different from Krishna. One who chants the names of Krishna benefits his audience. And after achieving his own auspiciousness, he emerges in the ocean of ecstasy due to remembrance of the Lord. When words indicate objects not related to Krishna, then the conditioned souls forget their constitutional position and consider themselves the enjoyers. So, very important aspect. The words or the objects which are not related to Krishna. Generally, we speak a lot. We speak all nonsensical things and then entangle ourselves in this materialistic life. So that is why it is said here, the words indicate, when the words indicate objects not related to Krishna Bhakti, then the conditioned souls forget their constitutional position. In this way, they fall down. They fall down. Just taking the help of Harinam and cheating people with the words, with very loving words, but those loving words are only centralized to one's sensual pleasures, one's comfort, and understand, those words will entangle us. At the time, the senses turn from the service of Rishikesha and lord it over Rishikesha's external energy. That is how a person comes out from Rishikesha and engages in Maya, which is Rishikesha's energy. Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Ryuchate. The Sevanam, that Sevanam is completely lost. When a person engages the words not in Krishna's service. The Lord's instruction, chant the name of Krishna, is the prime example of Lord's magnanimity. Lord is saying, chant my name, Bolo Krishna, Bolo Krishna. So here we'll stop. Then tomorrow we'll see how the name of Krishna is not different from Krishna. Any questions based on this, you can ask. So today is very important Ekadashi, Kartik Ekadashi. Now if you chant very nicely, engage yourself in devotional service. Guru Krishna Prasad Pai Bhakti Lata Bija. Hare Krishna. Mancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhu bhevacha patitanam pavanebhyo